All righty, well, thank you. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ann Alston. I'm here to give you a presentation today about the importance of starting a business and having a solid business foundation. This is generally a business planning one-on-one, and to also give you some information about the course. Nicole and the group has asked me to come on here and give people a little snippet of the course that I provide and how beneficial it is to small business owners. And so we're going to get right into the meeting here. Hopefully everybody can see the slide. And if you have any questions, because it's a small group, please feel free to raise your hand. I would love to hear you directly with your questions that you may have in terms of small business. This is really for you. This is a very interactive webinar. So I would love to either see your question in the chat window, or we can get right into like actual questions and answers right here on the webinar. So just to give you an introduction of myself, if matter of fact, before we get started, can everyone please mute your mic so that we can have uninterrupted content here. So just please make sure you mute your mic so that everybody can hear all the information. My name is Ann Alston, and so just making sure that all the small businesses that are starting out there for the first time really understand what they are getting into. Okay, so does someone have a problem? I can hear now. Okay, awesome. I want everybody to be able to hear. Awesome. Okay. So one of the things that are about me is that I actually started this journey back in 1997, starting off as an IT support, desktop support person, going out there fixing computers, and kind of landed on career consultation because I was actually worried about my own career. And with that, I actually learned how to navigate the career spectrum and actually learn how to integrate that with small business. Because I was doing IT on the side, I didn't realize that I was actually a small business owner, and I was actually meeting other small business owners. So it actually just kind of just generated into this wonderful thing where I was teaching both career and business. In 2005, I decided to change my original business name to Austin Tech because I just thought it really spoke to what I'm about. And since then, I have been all over the city, Maryland, DC, Virginia, speaking everywhere, partnering with all of these different organizations, such as the University of Phoenix, Prince George's Community College, the Maryland Business Roundtable, STEMNet program, and also UMBC, which is now University Global Campus. And I also have a current contract with the Montgomery County Housing Opportunity Commission and M&T Bank and Capital One to sponsor these types of courses. The major one that we're going to talk about today is going to be the signature 10-week small business program, which is the first and original program of this type here in Maryland that's being offered to small business and minority business owners, particularly those who are starting off for the first time. And you're going to hear me talk a little bit about the benefits and why it's important for this program to be out here. So we're going to get right into it. Okay, so what exactly do we do in terms of this business? We make sure that you understand everything there is to know about starting and sustaining your businesses. You can start a business all day, you can have legalization, but if you're not able to last, if you're not able to be sustainable, then you're in trouble. And believe it or not, there's so many businesses that are being started today. But how many of those businesses that are started are able to last more than 3, 5, 6, 10 years? As I said earlier, I've been doing this since '97. There are definitely challenges along the way. And so I'm here to share a little bit of those with you today. Our primary mission is to develop a long lasting, sustainable business through awareness, through education, and through mentoring, which is the most important part for a small business owner, is to make sure that you have continuous mentoring support that will help you along the way. And other things that we do to support businesses is that we help with video editing. So if you need a commercial or some sort of video, we're here to help you develop that or teach you how to do it. We also offer desktop publishing services for any type of documentation, media kits that you may need for marketing purposes. We're here to help you do that. And of course, technical assistance, as I mentioned earlier. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the chat and also raise your hand and I'll be happy to take your question. So what makes a successful business in the first place, right? We all hear that term all the time. And we always wonder, what really makes a business successful? Well, the number one thing is your why. Why is your business the way it is? Who are you trying to serve? What is the main purpose of your business? What is really behind the driving force of why you want to start this business or do something similar someone else does, and you need another business of that type out there, where we do have 4 or 5 main things. The first thing is to make extra money. Some people just want to have a side business so that they can make extra money to kind of like add extra financial freedom to their life. And so they want to do this, or they would love to make more money because they make more money as a business owner than they do as, working any type of individual job. The other one is because they want to feel some sort of passion. They want to fulfill something in their life, and having a business is something that they would love to do. They want to solve a problem. There's a need, there's something going on out there in the world that they feel that they need to have a gap to do, or they just have a product and service they just want everyone to know about. And in the process, they're solving a problem, they're fulfilling their passion, and they're also making money. The other thing is if you're a nonprofit, if you're looking to be a nonprofit organization, this is a perfect course for that. You're also serving the community. This is another major cause that people will love to have. And quite frankly, it's really all 5 of these things. No matter what business you have, you're always going to have those 5 things. The other thing too about being a business owner, what makes it successful is that if you are willing to do the work, and that means being able to give up certain things to make the time to run this business. You also have to have good resources, and you also have to have the knowledge in order to stay in business, being able to shift and navigate when you need to, and also learn as you go. Once you become a business owner, you don't stop learning. That is the number one thing that I feel that makes a small business fail, is that they feel like they know all there is to know. I still go to training. I host training so that I can learn, because there's nowhere in the world that I will be prepared for the future if I do not continue learning and have the necessary knowledge. So that's really important. So here's just one slide with some stats, not to bore anybody with this, but it's just really true, is that, 96% of the small businesses that start today, and if you can see on this chart right here, that in 2019, we had over 24 million jobs that have already started, and only 629,000 of them lasted 1 year. That is a huge, significant number. And then the 5 million are the ones that survived 3 years. And it's even less when you look at 70% of the business lasting more than 5 years compared to the 24 million. You really just have to kind of look and see where you are in the industry, and did you pick an industry or a talent in your job or your business that is demanding? And you can only find that out through doing a business plan, which is what we're going to talk about. The key thing, which is a major part of this course, is to make sure that you are building a foundation through a business plan, and why that's significant. So let's talk about this foundation. So as you can see behind me, you cannot have a house, you can't build a building, you can't build anything unless you have a solid foundation to stand on. So what does that look like? It looks like 5 major points we're going to be talking about here. First, you have to have a very strong business concept. a concept that has a message that is also strategic, and it also is your niche and your culture. Now, what do I mean about that? Every business has a culture in which people can identify with, that message that they all understand. And that is something that makes a business very, very strong. It is the one thing in your business that one, people relate to, and number two, that people purchase. So people only buy what they actually understand. And so if you have something that's a niche, which is a repeatable business structure model, and then you have a message, which is your culture, you will be able to land clients if you know how to sell it correctly, right? The second thing you need to have is this comprehensive business plan. This business plan is going to outline your complete strategy, your complete marketing plan, your operating plan, and your financial plan. And why do we have to go through all of this? Because in order for you to see how your business is going from one point to another point, you need to have these plans in place so you can see how your products are selling. How are you faring over time? Do you need to change? Do you need to shift? Do you need to take away something? Do you need to improve something? You can only see that change if you have a complete business plan. The third thing you need to have is an online presence. More than ever now, everyone is into video. Everyone is doing an online presence, either through webinar or podcast or audio cast or however you want to do. Make sure that you have a way to go from a brick and mortar to a virtual. If you guys are interested in seeing a presentation on that, you can definitely go to my website or my YouTube channel. I have a presentation specifically on how to build a virtual business, and it's definitely open to everyone to look at on my YouTube channel if anyone's interested in that. You also have the ability to monetize your platform. So when you have a business concept and you have a comprehensive business plan, you will have the ability to monetize your program, to make money off your business. And your business plan is something that will allow you to be able to do if you have these things in place. And then the fifth thing, which is also this, I would say the second most important, is being able to establish a business-to-business partnership and strategic alliance with those other businesses that will allow you to scale and grow. These are businesses that will bring value to you, and you can bring value to them, and you two will be able to build together. So that's just really, really important. Okay. All right. Just one. Okay. All right. Looks like I had trouble. Okay. So here we go. Step one, the initial concept. Okay. So in your niche, you must have something that customers can relate to. This is absolutely necessary. You see this in major companies like Target and Walmart and McDonald's and all the different organizations that are very, very highly successful. Chick-fil-A, all these businesses, they have a culture about them. They have a message to their product. They have something that people can relate to and really understand, and they think about it all the time, because basically your niche is allowing them to actually remember you. So you definitely have to have that message in your niche. The second thing is, because you have a good niche and a good message, it's allowing you to get buy-in to the customer, allowing them to really trust your product, to understand why you're doing it, and what value it's going to bring to them. That is when they are saying, hey, I really value what you're trying to do. You have my buy-in. I think I want to purchase from you. And that's what you want. And what happens is they will go and share that information with their friends and their families. And next thing you know, you have repeat customers. And that is that repeatable business niche that you want to build over time. So what are the questions that you have to ask yourself? The first thing you need to understand is, what are you actually selling? Okay. In the course, students always get tripped up here and they say, well, I'm just selling insurance. Well, I'm just selling, hair products, or I'm just selling something, right? But when you really break it down to the actual services that you're really selling, what are you really asking the customer to buy? You really need to understand your complete product line or your complete service line in order to effectively sell it. You can't actually tell someone or convince someone to buy something if you're not understanding the full scope of what you're offering them. Each product should have a value and a benefit that will actually equal the niche that you're trying to do or the message that you're trying to get across. And if you don't have that, then they're going to keep asking you questions. How many times have you actually tried to sell something and they just kept asking you the same question about the same product over and over again, right? So if they're constantly asking that, it's because they don't understand what you're selling, okay? So you want to make sure you do that. What is the message your company itself is broadcasting? So for example, when you look at your brand, your logo, your taglines, and your website, how are customers interpreting what it is that you are selling as a business overall, as your whole culture? When you work for someone as an employee, think about their logo, their culture, the documents they have you sign in, their mission statement, vision statements. They are actually building a message to get your buy-in so that you can be productive. And when you're a business owner, you're actually doing the same for your own business. So don't forget that your business has a culture, even if you yourself is the product, okay? So don't forget that. You also want to make sure you understand who your target audience is so that you can solve their problem. One of the things about a business niche is that it has to speak the message of solving a problem, solving something that they are looking for, that they have been dying to wait to spend their money on, right? So you want to make sure that you are meeting the correct target for your business. This comes with researching who they are, the locations of where they're located, demographic concerns, education concerns, business concerns, and just general research on where these people are and understanding who they are as a person. For everyone that you market to, you're actually marketing to a specific type of buyer. And in this class, we break down those demographics and we actually do one business at a time where we identify their specific type of buyer. And this could be their behavior, from the ethnic background to what they feel like colors feel to them, or maybe a product means to them. How does that impact your sales? So we kind of break all those things down. We also look at what value you're adding to the business and the customer. So being a business owner is a two-way street. For every person that purchases what you have, there's a value that's being added to your business every single time. And then there's a value, of course, when you're selling something is added to the customer. But how often as a business owner are you looking at the value coming back to the business? That is really critical for a small business owner. If you are not scaling off the business that you are getting, then that means what you're providing is not bringing you value. And you need to kind of evaluate that when you do your business plan. Also, what are the one or several things that make your business very unique? So although you have multiple business types doing similar things, you still have to stand out for the rest, because remember, as a business owner, you are fighting for that one customer, for that one person to make a decision between you and someone else. So what is that unique factor that you have that is going to draw that buyer to you? And also, when we talk about the niche, it's just like the old saying, nobody's going to tell you the secret sauce in the barbecue sauce, right? So what is the secret thing that makes your business thrive? It is the one thing that is the secret that you can use repeated over and over again, that is part of your business structure and part of your business model that you can scale over time. And when you answer these questions through using the business plan and in the course, you can be able to identify these things and actually improve upon them. Or you can kind of like say, I think I want to take something out of the equation because it might be two, steps more than it should be. But you definitely want to create a message that not only you can identify with, but the customer can identify with. So what is this business plan that I'm talking about, right? So this business plan I'm talking about is about 8, 9 things that we cover in the course. We start off exactly with the main thing. What is your business concept? What is the one thing that is going to make your business money that you are so passionate about that you want to become a business? What is the obligation that you are willing to go into because you want to have this business? Okay. The second thing we're going to work on is your business strategy, which we just talked about. We're going to determine if you have the right business structure. One thing I'm finding out with the students that come in through my door is that they don't really understand the differences between all of the business structures between an LLC, sole proprietor, nonprofit, and a corporation. There's tons of information on the internet. You can definitely find the differences. However, the problem is that they don't put it in a way that's very easily for you to understand not only what entity you should be, but what obligations that you're going to be responsible for. Tax obligations, liabilities, insurance, workman's compensation, all the different things that go along with it. You want to know before you even decide that this is what you want to do, because by the time you understand this, we get into this and week 1 and 2, maybe week 3, we get into this, and you'll know for certain what type of business you really should be. Some of the students who have come into the door have already legalized their business and then realized that what they were doing needed to be changed and it cost them extra money and time. So you want to start off at the very beginning to understand exactly what business you really should be doing. We're also going to be looking at how you operate the business, which is also key to being sustainable. In order for you to be sustainable, you have to understand how to plan over time and how to scale your business and what resources you need. And then when you look at the other things here on this list, from the operating, marketing, and including the startup budget, most small business who start off for the first time don't understand how much money they actually need to start a business. Some of them are getting loans when they should not even be getting loans, and some of them are using their internal funding when they have other options. So to have that information right at the beginning of your starting period will help you prepare and build a solid foundation along the way. So again, if anybody have questions, please feel free to put it in chat or raise your hand. Okay, so what's the benefits of a business plan? A lot of times people say, oh, it takes a lot of time to write a business plan. It's exhaustive. I don't know if I want to do all of that. I can tell you minority business owners really should have a business plan. If anybody tell you that you should not have a plan, you need to basically go back and ask them, do they have a plan, and look at their business very closely, because if you don't have a business plan, you are literally behind the 8 ball, okay? And why do I say that? Because big businesses and other businesses of different cultures, they have the leverage because they use business plans. They use business plans to get capital, to get funding, to get resources. And minority business owners don't invest in this type of thing. And so my job and God's assignment is to get people to get a business plan so that you can be on the same playing field as everyone else, right? All right, so let's look at the whole benefit. And I probably won't go through each one of these, but just put it here on the screen. The first thing, it lays out your complete scope of your business. If you are trying to get a $50,000 loan or $100,000, whatever kind of loan it is, in addition to your own credit score, the underwriter needs to understand fully what your business is capable of. Not only can you use this to lay out the scope of your business plan, but identify gaps in it. It identifies problem areas in which you can fix prior to going to funding. You only have one impression, one chance to kind of impress that underwriter or that funder that you have what it takes to take on a loan. Or even if you didn't want to take on a loan, let's say you needed this business plan to get in some sort of higher level business class or business opportunity or even a business partnership. This business plan is going to help that person understand it. Not only that, there are elements in this plan that you can take from it, and you can actually design in-house marketing materials. You can do high scale level company brochures. You can do snippets. You can do anything with this business plan because the information is already here. You already have done the work, you put in the time, and now you get to show off a little bit by showing off your business plan along with all of your other documentations. The other thing too is that in addition to the full scale business plan, is that you can take it and create a lean business pitch. You can do a pitch deck. Now, pitch decks are for angel investors, really high powered investors that are quick. They don't have time to read your entire business plan. You can actually take this information from your business plan, put it right into a lean pitch deck, and just keep going and email this quick thing to them. And if they want details, they can get to your actual business plan. Okay, so that is one of the benefits of that. You don't want to be without a business plan. I'm telling you, it is one of the most important pieces of documentation that every small business owner should have so that you can understand how to use it. I can't tell you how many times I went into my business plan and created information. Those partnerships that I showed you at the beginning of the slide are real partnerships where I have sent pieces of my business plan, marketing materials I pull from my business plan to make those partnerships. It is so hard to try to do something on the fly when the opportunity is there. Okay, and some people don't have time to wait for you to put something together. You need to be able to get in that plan and just pull that information right on out, right? That's what you want to do. Step number 3 we're talking about here is building an online presence. As I said before, one of the other things that build a strong business is creating a target audience that's strictly virtual. Where you can do something of this magnitude. So take this, open house, for example, that Nicole and WCE put together, which was great. They put together a way that people can come together and get business information and scale their business. And you can take some of this and apply it to your own business. And then you go right back to your business plan and you just repeat, wash, rinse, repeat the same thing over and over again until you perfect your actual business niche. Okay, so that's basically what you want to do here. And having a virtual presence will also allow you to be able to be flexible. So look at the COVID-19 situation. People who were brick and mortar, who did not have a virtual presence, was able to sort of stay out there for a little while, and then they closed doors. Even I lost my office, but here I already had a virtual platform already set up before I had an office. So it was easy for me to go back virtual again than it was, trying to go back to an office. You've got to have that sustainability to bounce back in the economy. And that is how you're going to last out here, right? So please make sure you're taking some good notes on some of this. So we're going to get into what this course really is focused about. The best way is a 10-week comprehensive course. It is literally hands-on, walking you through the process every single step of the way, answering your questions, helping you learn everything about how to create your brand, or even if you have a brand, maybe there's something that you need to learn to add to what you already have. Maybe you know how to do marketing. Some people don't even know the difference between marketing and promotion. Maybe there's something in this class, even if you're a business already, that you will learn about marketing. We also have sales. We also have relationships and insurance. And we also have professional experts who will come in on these classes and teach you how to fill out the forms. They would teach you what products you should be getting in terms of self-protecting your business. They would come on here and tell you about the right way to sell. So it is really an informative walkthrough class. And the whole time you are being literally, if I hold your hand right now, I'm literally walking you through. You have us the whole entire time. You just have to have an open mind to just take in the information. One of the other things I said earlier is that small business owners stop learning. If you have an opportunity to learn more to help your business, you want to take advantage of it at all costs. So basically, the course is for anybody who have a general idea. If you're even thinking about starting a business and you're not sure what to do or how to do it, this class will bring it out of you. I am very good at that. I will literally work with you one-on-one to pull this information out of your brain and put it on paper. Some people know what they want to do. They really just know what they want to do. They just don't know how to articulate it into words. They may not understand how the business plan is written. But in this class, we help you write the business plan. So as you're going through the course, I am helping you, telling you which way to write the plan. My job is to get it out of your head and put it on paper so that you can see your actual idea. It's for people who are first-time business owners. Maybe you've already legalized, maybe you've already done all this stuff, and maybe you're struggling a little bit. Maybe you're not getting the clients that you want. Maybe you're not getting the partnerships, and you're not able to make it move or get it going. Well, you need to be in this class so that I can help figure out what is the problem and help you learn the things you need to know in order to move forward. If you're a home-based business and you have been kind of lucrative, but you're looking to go to the next level, this is a definite class for you to learn how to do more marketing, more demographics, more everything. If you're trying to get funding, if your credit is not quite right and you're trying to get funding, this class will help you, one, teach you what you need to do to fix your credit. You don't have to pay a credit repair person to learn these simple steps. Trust me when I tell you, you really just don't need that. I will literally show you what you need to do. It's just as simple as setting some letters, save yourself some money, and you'll be able to get your credit together. And also, I will bring on a credit funder who will tell you exactly what do you need to do to qualify to get small business funding, credit card funding, whatever level you're on. That's the whole idea. Not to send you out there with just some papers and say, hey, here you go, this is what you do. We're literally making sure you understand what you're getting into, right? We're also looking for people who just want more information. If you just want more information to help you out, this is a great course for you to be in, and anyone who just needs anything. So the whole goal in itself is to prepare you for real world expectations of owning a business, and especially being minority owned. How can you be sustainable? How can you last the long haul? Okay, so that's basically it. Okay, so here are the key benefits I just spoke about. As you can see in some of the pictures, there's Gina Bell, Dr. Gina Bell. She is, oh my goodness, she is a wonderful international motivational speaker. I usually get her to come in on week one to really motivate you to, if you have baggage, if you have things that are just keeping you from moving forward, Dr. Gina Bell will help you move forward, because that's her job, to motivate you, to let you know that you can do this. This is not a hard thing at all. It's just really releasing whatever is holding you back and just taking you to the next level. We also have people that talk about insurance and financial wealth. We have marketing, branding, we have accounting, someone who's an official CPA that will come in here and actually tell you what you need and what you're going to be responsible for as a business owner, so you can make decisions, right? And then we also talk about, small business lending and commercial banking options. It just goes on and on. And so as you can see here in these pictures, we have Eli Natoli, she does e-marketing. We have Thomas Ellis here at the bottom next to me, behind me here. He does sales and how to build business-to-business relationships. And of course, you have myself as the main facilitator. We just have so many great people come here in the 10 weeks. It is abundance of information. And I will also say, you are not going to find this course with anyone, not the small business development centers, not even the universities teach on this level. Now, one of the things that is really like a benefit of this course is that we also talk about monetization. Okay, so we go from the time you start your business to the time that it's time to monetize. We're going to tell you what you need to do to monetize. We're going to talk to you about social media payment gateways. We're going to talk to you how you can use Facebook and social media. We're going to even talk to you about repurposing your content. So once you have your content all done, if you have a virtual aspect to your business, we're going to talk about how you can repurpose that information over and over again so you can have multiple ways to reach your client, right? We're also going to talk about getting on the calendar, networking events, word of mouth, and sales literature. How can you use this information to get your stuff in front of your target audience? And then we're going to talk about other ways that you can make money, talk about free giveaways, checklists, ebooks, and so forth, just to kind of help you along with that process. Also, one of the other key benefits too of this course is that we talk about business to business partnerships. How can you, if you want to be a nonprofit, how can you get sponsorships? How can you get a sponsor, just like this group got a sponsor for this 2-day open house? How do you build these sponsorships and nurture these relationships over time so that you are actually building strategic alliances and what that means for your business? So all of these 4 points that I have here on the screen are things that we're actually going to be talking about along the way to help you understand that it doesn't end with just starting the business. The hardest part is keeping the business. We can go through all of the little challenges, but once you're ready to launch, we want you to be able to scale and grow. When I grew up, there was a Black business on every corner, and my mission is to get that back again, not just food stores, not just whatever. I want all the industries like it was back in the 60s and 70s when I was growing up. We got to have that back, and that's my mission. So how do we help you with? Overall, we just help you identify everything you see on the screen, to be credible, to be marketable, to learn how to, to know your demographics, to be able to change with your demographics. A lot of small business owners fail because they forget that their target changes over time. As people get older, their perception and their wants and needs and desires are getting different. And so you have to cater to the new target that's coming through your way. But if you're not understanding your demographics and what that means to you, then you're going to be still marketing to the same people, and they're not going to no longer be interested in what you have to offer. So what more reasons to start? I would say there's always a good reason to start. Everything is virtual and physical, right? So you want to start as soon as possible. My courses are completely virtual now. I did have in-person classes, but since COVID-19, everything is completely virtual. You can join from your phone, your tablet, your PC, whatever it is that you can get on Zoom, just like you're doing right now. It is strictly a small one-on-one or group class. You can join. If you don't feel comfortable joining in a group, you can actually meet with me one-on-one and have me all to yourself. The only downside about doing a one-on-one is that you miss out on the group courses where we have specific presenters. However, if you are one-on-one, we do have recorded videos of these presenters that I can actually point you to so that you do not miss a beat on any of that, right? We also give you time to plan. So I pretty much talked about the other things, but another reason why you want to do this course because you're planning to start your business. You want to give yourself at least 6 months to a year to just actually plan out the first part of your business. And then the next 6 months, you're working on your launch efforts, okay? So you want to make sure that you are joining right at your 1-year mark so that you can get everything together before you go out there. Too many small business owners are just going out there, legalizing, and then they have no idea, and they're trying to get everything started up right at the time they get legal, and you lose time. You lose time and you lose money. So you want to start planning a year before your launch so that you can have everything together before you actually do anything. And then, of course, you have continuous monitoring and support. So we're going to talk about that. So what's the benefit of the course? And again, this is a course that no one else has here in Maryland. You're never going to get this anywhere other than here. Number one, is cost effective for anyone. Anyone can afford this course. It is not excessively expensive. You get a whole lot of value for what is being offered. There's 10 weeks instructor-led course via Zoom 1 day a week. Class sizes are between 5 and 10, and we keep it that size because I want to make sure that I am addressing your question, making it personal to you, and making sure that you have an understanding that I am giving you individualized attention in this class. And it is like that by design. You also have access to Google Classroom, which you would get your entire course materials online, and all of the work will be actually done in Google Classroom. So there's nothing to print out. You can do everything on your computer. You don't have to spend any money on ink or any of that. Everything is online. There is a 1 hour weekly mentoring session with me, and that's recommended because when you go through the lecture, you're going to have your coursework, of course, and then you can talk to me for an hour to help you get through some of the things that you may be stuck on. And these are very flexible times. If you need a call in the morning, I can call you in the morning. If you want to do it in the afternoon or the weekends, there is definitely a lot of flexibility to get your mentoring time in. And in addition to that, you get an additional 3 months of mentoring after the course ends to finish your business plan, to work on your marketing, or whatever else you need for that course, right? And you also get a 1 year free membership to my website so that you can get access to the pre-recordings. You'll get invited to webinars and any other special events that we have. You get discounts on live events. But it's definitely worth the money that you're going to be doing for that class. And at the end of the presentation, all the students are required to do a final presentation with me. They're going to have a PowerPoint where they're going to talk to me about 10 major points about their business and actually give me all the information that they learned throughout the course. And the reason why I do that, because I want to make sure that when you walk away from this course, that you have learned all of the material, not just saying, oh, I think I remember some. I want to make sure that you are prepared. That is the whole point of this course. It also assesses your readiness and whether or not you should legalize now, or maybe you need to work on a couple of things depending on your business that you are trying to start. And it also gauges the learning objectives that I'm providing to the students, whether or not I need to adjust something or maybe add something or take something away. So the value to my business is learning what you learn so that I can adjust my business, right? So the next course that I have for this group, this is a special date for anyone that wants to join and be part of this group. I have an anticipated course date of April 8th through June 10th, and that is actually on a Wednesday night from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I would have offered a Saturday class, but right now I'm currently doing Saturday classes with the Montgomery County Housing Commission. So the Saturday dates are all taken up right now, but I do have classes from June 8th to June 10th, and applications due no later than April 2nd. And I do have discounts for group. If we have a group enrollments, I'll do another discount for that. We also have, like I said, mentoring. Here's some information about mentoring. They're literally by appointment only. They're about 30 minutes to 1 hour. And, I just really recommend the mentoring. It's just really something that every business owner should invest in, whether you do this class or not. If you feel like you want to have a mentoring session with me, I do offer that for free for some folks that have a question. You just want to do it. And of course, the last slide is you got to have an open mind to accept the information. Time management for this class is really just 2 or 3 hours of your time and maybe a few hours for homework. It's definitely going to give you a broad awareness of things you probably never even thought about before in your business, because your level of effort is going to give you maximum results. When you attend this class, you're going to be so maximized, it's going to be ridiculous. People always say it's information overload, but it's good information, okay? You want to remove the distractions. You want to surround yourself with people who are like-minded that's going to help support you in this effort. And we just generally have fun. We sit back, we laugh, we have a really good time in the class, because this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to create and build a successful business in this class. And you can do this. This is probably the last slide right here. As you can see, these are some of the students that have been in my class and who have passed and have their certifications, as you can see up there. These folks are happy. They can't say enough about the class. I have not had any student who did not want to be more in this class than they already are. They still want to be in this class. But I would say you could do this. This is not a hard thing to do. It is very easy. It's very walkthrough. And as you can see, you can go to my website. You can go to this link right here. You can listen to their testimonies. They will pretty much tell you their view of their experience in the class. And here's my contact information. If you're thinking about doing this class and you have some additional questions, please reach out to me on email here at info@awesomtech-smallbusiness.com. You can reach me by phone. You can go to my website and use the contact button. I am highly available to answer any of the questions. And again, this is something that you can do. And I highly advise any small business, whether you already legalized or not, to get into this class and really learn. And then the other thing that I probably failed to mention is that you're also meeting other business owners who are on your level or above who are in this class, who could be your first support mechanism, who could be someone who has something you need. I have people right now, and I'm going to show you guys. One of my students, and I'm pretty sure you guys are going to buy this. One of my students has a brand called Push for Love, and I actually bought her shirt. Here's a hoodie right here, Push for Love. Kim Marie, she is in my class here. I really love her. She came up with this brand, and she's literally making money hand over fist because of Push for Love. And that's the kind of support that you get into this class. Just meeting people of all different types and spectrums so that you can do it. And with that, I want to thank everybody for listening to my presentation. And again, here are 2 upcoming free webinars that I'm doing right now. Key Steps to Woman-Owned Certification is coming up on Tuesday. You're welcome to go to my website and sign up for this webinar. It's literally talking about that. And for any gentleman out there, and I think I saw a gentleman, Sam or Ron, if you're interested in learning more about the Minority Business Enterprise Program, please just go ahead and sign up for this free webinar. It's going to be on Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about how you can get your webinar. If you have a business that people in the government is interested in buying what you have, you need to have this Minority Business Enterprise certification. If you're a woman and you're trying to work with the government and you want to bid on contracts, state, local, or federal, you want to get the overview of this course. And also, I mentioned earlier, 7 steps to creating a virtual business. It's on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is look up Awesome Tech on YouTube. You will find my channel, and this video is out there for you to use. And with that, I'll open it up with any questions. And this is pretty much the end of my thing. And thanks for watching. And I'll just wait for questions.
Well, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good.
This is Diamond. I just want to say that this information is invaluable that you shared. And the most important thing that I hope we all get from this is how you are able to pull our visions out, right? So a lot of times people say they're going to give you training information, and it's just a whole bunch of what you need to know, but they never talk about, I'm going to pull your vision out of you. Because a lot of us, we get so caught up, and I have to put me first. And I do have several businesses, but I do know that it's always good to have someone, by me being a coach, that can just ask you the right questions, because everything we need, we really already know. But I love that. And maybe because I am a coach, when you said pull your business out of you, for that, I think everybody should take advantage of your course who has a vision, but because all of the other things will take care of itself once you understand and get clear about your vision. So for me, I was super duper excited. Nicole will tell you, I just texted her. But thank you so much for being a part of our open house and just, sharing this valuable information. And I strongly suggest everyone, of course, we'll put your information in our community for them to register for your course as well. But thank you so much. This is really, really exciting and energizing.
Well, thank you so much, Diamond. I really appreciate that. And I do agree that before I even came up with this course, and as I said earlier, that I'm always looking to learn, I realized that information that was put out there, you kind of see it, the purpose of it, but I could not figure out how it applied to me, right? How does this thing actually manifest itself into something that I'm envisioning and whatever? And one of the things that I had to do in this course was really, like you said, ask the right questions to pull that information, especially things like, what is your actual mission? What is your actual vision? And what are your real goals that you're trying to accomplish in this course? And so when people in the course get that aha moment, it just feels so great because now they realize something they never realized before. And they get excited and they get extra motivated. And I think that helps them drive them through the course. So I just love doing what I do. I love people getting that aha moment. And yeah, I do invite anyone that wants to be in this course that just want to learn that. Please do. I just love doing it.
Hey, Ann, it's Nicole. How are you?
Hey, Nicole.
I would definitely say that, and we have discussions about this all the time. When we started our nonprofit, it wasn't a nonprofit, it was a for-profit. And we sat down with someone that had a business. We didn't ask the right questions about their reputation on their business structure and anything, right? We just took their advice and ran with it. So all of our ideas when it came to what we were trying to do, they suggested for profit. As we kept on following our mission, we realized, hey, we should be a nonprofit. So just that alone, we wasted thousands of dollars just on that alone, because we were doing everything for like we were doing everything as a for-profit, where we could have really like saved money. We could have really went out there and got, like you said, partnerships and people that would sponsor us as a nonprofit. So just having your course alone would have helped us. And also a testimony. I actually recommended a friend, and he went through the 10 weeks and you literally changed his outlook and his mindset. And he's always wanted to actually start a business, but now you put him in a position where he's literally taking that idea and he formed an amazing business just because he was a part of your class. So I would give kudos to you.
Well, I appreciate that, Nicole. Yeah, his testimony, if anybody wants to hear it, is actually on the website. I would say everybody who came to this class had some sort of, I would say, reservation. I mean, it's natural, right? And when you said that you went to people and asked them questions and you didn't know the right question to ask, that's another reason why this course exists. I want people to be knowledgeable enough to ask the right question, to not get, I use the word loosely, bamboozled sometimes when you're business to business talking to other businesses, because a lot of times we meet people who are on the up and up. And then there's other business owners who have been in the game for a long time that they know how to manipulate smaller business owners because they don't know, they don't know what they should be asking or doing and things like that. I've ran into that same thing as well. And so part of the dialogue in the small business course is making sure that you understand what your power is. What is your power when you are being the owner and dealing with other business owners? Your mindset as a business owner is completely different from any other like employee or career thing that you're thinking of. Some of these business owners, they have this, it's like a whole new universe, if I can explain it correctly. And that's how they're able to do the things they do, sell the way they sell, make money the way they make because of the mindset that they have. And so with the smallest of businesses, and these are businesses that's probably making under $1 million to like maybe zero, to whatever it is that you're trying to do, I want to make sure that you have that same mindset that all the big businesses have so that you can have a competing chance. And it's true. Ron said, mindset is everything. If you feel like that you got it all, you're never going to be able to take it in. It doesn't matter if it's business or personal. If you're blocking yourself from being aware of things, then you're at a disadvantage, really, and I do appreciate the fact you referred your friend. He has definitely enjoyed the class. And one of his quotes in the testimony was, "And don't play no games." I'm telling you, I am so brutally upfront and honest in this class. It's almost scary sometimes because I tell people, you're going to have a bittersweet relationship with me. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is, how you're going to deal with the challenges that's going to be before you, pulling those missions and that passion out of you and actually having you articulate on paper so you can see it. And once you see it, you can live it. And that's the thing. So yeah, anyone that wants to join this class, I would love to have you. And by the way, anyone that joins this class is also protected by the NDAs that the students sign, so that businesses are protecting their own intellectual property in this class. You don't feel like any fear that someone's going to take your idea or try to go up against you. Those are the games I don't play, right? So I would love to, talk to somebody one-on-one about it if you have questions again. And I really appreciate Diamond's thoughts and Nicole's thoughts and anybody else. Ron, I see you're saying great teaching. We appreciate you and the info. I appreciate all of this. And thank you so much for WC and Nicole for putting this together to allow me to share this with everybody. So. So we're a little bit about to end now. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Well, again, if you guys have any other questions, I will, put my contact information up here and you can feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm usually available Monday through Friday. The best time to call me is around 3:30 or so after.
Thank you, Ann. That was great. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the webinars. It has been some fantastic information shared, and I hope everybody's taking lots of notes. Okay. Rhonda, you had a question?
No, I was just trying to mute myself back.